Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Agascles Stamus from GearWERKZ.com, back with another episode of GearWERKZ Take-On News, my little short format news show where I try and bring you three headlines from today, typically either from gaming or technology, and give you the word and then also give you my personal take on those particular topics. So I'm continuing to experiment with different formats. So I have done a fully scripted show using a webcam and OBS. I have done a partially scripted but pre-recorded show using my Panasonic HTC HS80. And tonight I am trying an unscripted show going directly from my phone in a significantly jury-rigged setup here. So I have the phone sitting on a mic stand, hoping that the friction of the base will keep it from toppling over. If that does happen during the show, just go with it. Give me a few seconds to pick it back up, and I will keep going. And then I'm using this Rye-Fill or something condenser microphone stand that has a 3.5mm jack plugged into my phone to use as my external mic. I did a pre-flight beforehand, so it appeared to be working when I was broadcasting video to just myself, so I think we're okay. I will say Facebook Live is cool in that when you are going live from your phone, if you log in to Facebook from your desktop, you can basically kind of control room or dashboard the show from your desktop environment, which is easier than reaching up and touching the controls on my phone. So with that, let's get started. So at the top of the news show tonight is Husk. This is a survival horror game that was in the early access program and is now available for sale on Steam. I'm not sure. I guess it's going for $18.99 on Steam. It's at a 5% discount, so about $20. And this story was reported on Blues News. So Husk is now available on Steam, offering a first-person horror game for Windows. The release trailer introduces the game in a disturbing manner that befits the genre. The early feedback on the game is critical. It is actually negative at this time as I'm looking at it on my Steam account. And the release is followed by a post from the developer outlining plans to update the user experience with improvements in the near future. Word is, please stay with us. This is definitely not the end of our work on Husk. So, first of all, on this one, it's a little weird to me that you would elect to launch a survival horror game like within a week and a half of the release of Resident Evil 7. Especially for the game to apparently not be finished. So I know that it's been in early access for quite some time, but I feel like there was a little runway to keep this thing under continuing development and release it later, like in another month or two, after a lot of people had gotten finished playing through the single-player campaign of Resident Evil 7. Like I said, the feedback on Steam right now is very negative. Mainly, there appear to be significant performance problems. And the game spools up and starts okay, but apparently somewhere around the first encounter with a monster, there start to be issues. So it might be good to steer away from that game if it was on your target purchase list for right now until they get some things worked out. On to the second news story over on Game Insider. Sniper Elite 4 offering technical improvements for PlayStation 4 Pro. Sniper Elite 4 is going all in on next-gen tech with support for PlayStation 4 Pro and for DirectX 12 on PC. The next entry in Rebellion's Sharpshooter series will take advantage of the latest technology when it launches on February 14th, 2017, cementing its place as the defining World War II game for a generation. So I'm not quite certain that it's the defining World War II game for a generation. I did take an opportunity to kind of look around the web. I have never played a game in this franchise or in the other franchise, Sniper Ghost Warrior. It is very strange to me that these two games from two different publishers and two different developers happen to be launching their next iterations of their franchises within about 3 weeks of each other. So Sniper Elite 4 releases on February 14th, and Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 releases on the 4th of April, I believe. I have an invite to that beta that just came in this weekend, so I plan on checking out Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. But back to Sniper Elite 4, you know, we've also been kicking around over at the Casual Adult Gamers page on Facebook. We've been kicking around some of the stories of this boost mode that is arriving for the PlayStation 4 here shortly in firmware version 4.5, I think it is. So that apparently enables the application of what is a secondary GPU within the PlayStation 4 whether the developer has implemented the extensions for the PlayStation 4 Pro or not. In this instance, this is basically reports telling us that the developer for Sniper Elite 4 Rebellion has implemented those in the patches for the PlayStation 4 Pro and will be able to take advantage of those graphical enhancements at launch. In addition to that, they have also implemented the additional enhancements that are available in DirectX 12. So Sniper Elite 4 should be up to graphical snuff as long as the code is efficient. I haven't seen any word of any beta or demo or anything like that. I would assume that maybe they've already done that at this stage of the game. In the meantime, like I said, I'll be checking out the beta for Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 and seeing how that goes, and then I might understand how it stacks up against Sniper Elite 4 when I see reviews starting to come out about that. On to our final news story tonight, Halo Wars 2 cinematic trailer coming next week. This is reported over on GameSpot. So Halo Wars 2 is coming out this month for Xbox One and PC. Given that Halo is one of Microsoft's biggest brands, you can expect the company to go all out to promote it. Part of this effort will be a cinematic trailer that arrives next week, apparently. According to games media veteran Jeff Keighley, this epic trailer will arrive on Monday, February 6th. So just as we exit out of this weekend, if you don't wind up staying up too late for the Super Bowl and the post-game festivities, unless you're one of the ones who are sad, keep a lookout for that. So I just recently completed playing the Halo Wars 2 Blitz beta. I was not too enamored with that mode itself, although I acknowledged in my write-up that that isn't the entirety of the game and that the single-player campaign may be different and other multiplayer modes may be different. I think Blitz has a specific thing that it was trying to do, and that just didn't appeal to me. It's fun. It's weird to me that the cinematic trailer drops on Monday in the post-Super Bowl buzz. It would seem that Microsoft maybe would try to pull out a Super Bowl commercial itself, or else delay this commercial until maybe Wednesday or Thursday as gamers are heading into the weekend following the Super Bowl, releasing it the Monday morning right after when most people will be crawling the web to see the Super Bowl commercials that they may have missed during the broadcast, or for people who aren't going to bother to watch the game, they only go looking for the commercials. So that's a little strange to me. But there it is, and it's good to hear that Microsoft is going to put some kind of a marketing push behind the game because it's been fairly silent on that front so far. So I just want to quickly run down what has been posted over on my personal blog, GearWERKZ.com. Unfortunately, I don't have an overlay that I can put up, but I will. I'm going to enter a comment in the live stream and see if that posts with the video, and then you can just follow that as the URL. So the things that I've posted most recently, so you know what's going on over there. I posted a first article in a series that I'm going to be calling GearWERKZ After Action, which is just a roll-up article that takes all the videos from my YouTube channel associated with the site called Rounding Off Infinity and pulls them all over to the site itself. So instead of going over to Rounding Off Infinity and going through those videos, if you're not going to check the channel out, maybe you could swing by the site and hit this roll-up article and check out all the videos that are embedded there, as well as the My Gaming Diary entries. This week, what is there is some video and live stream archives of Halo Wars 2, the Blitz beta, what turned out to be my last few hours in Destiny before the completion of the single-player campaign, as well as last week's edition of Take-On News, about a little less than an hour, I think, of gameplay in Wolfenstein: The New Order on the Xbox One. The site mistakenly says PS4, but the video has it correctly. And sometime in the single-player campaign of Gears of War 4 on the Xbox One. So, as you can tell by all those titles, I am continuing to trudge through my backlog of playing games that I just haven't finished in between the new games I picked up last month and anything that I will pick up this month. As well, there are 3 new comic reviews from comics that shipped this past week, Wednesday, the 1st of February, I believe it was. So there are reviews for Nova number 3 from Marvel, as well as the Fall and Rise of Captain Atom number 2 from DC, and the Avengers number 4 from Marvel. And that comic, so far, is the best thing that I've read this week. And is done by Jason Aaron and Mike Del Mundo, and the art by Mike Del Mundo is really incredible. But, of course, the competition for the best thing that I read this week is not over. That I've got 9 more books to read, or 8 more books to read in my poll, so that coveted position will not be granted until I've gotten through my stack. And finally, the other thing that's posted over on the site right now is the episode 74 of the Band of Gamers podcast, which we recorded last Monday, where we talked about, again, the Halo Wars 2 Blitz beta, as well as games that we turned into our personal Morpigs. That's a really good conversation. I would recommend going to check that out, although, of course, my view is biased. And then we also talked a little bit about Xbox E3 news, as well as a slew of other topics. So that's it for tonight's show. Take-On news. So again, those 3 articles are there. If you join late and want to go back and kind of listen to what I ran down from the news feed, and if you get time, please head over to GearWERKZ.com, as I posted in the comments, and check out what I've been posting over on my personal blog. Thanks so much for anybody who joined in, and I've been Agasicles Stamus, and I'm out.